In this video, I just want to talk about part of the pain that we feel in our body is words that we have left unsaid. Part of the pain in our body is words that we have left unsaid. And I see it in my life on a regular basis. Things that should have been said that I didn't. I was thinking that I would do it next time. I was thinking I would do it tomorrow. I was thinking that the person would read my mind. I was thinking that things were just going to change because they should change, right? I was just thinking that this person knows better and they were going to figure it out, and then the situation was going to be perfect. I was just expecting things to happen on their own. I was expecting to do it later. I was expecting for them to know. And every single day, resentment built underneath the surface. And I just kept packing it down, thinking that one day I would meet somebody who understood, who could read my mind, who I could talk to, who I could say the things that need to be said. But what I found is it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. If I need to say something, I need to say it. I don't need to expect somebody to read my mind. It's hazardous to your health. Some things you don't have to say. It's not going to be worth it. I think those things, you take them to the journal page and leave those things to God. And I believe there's certain things that you have to say, that you just have to get it out. You have to say what needs to be said. And I think there's a way to do it with love and compassion. And I'm learning more and more every day that I ought to pray before I speak. Every single day I'm learning that I need to pray before I speak. And it doesn't mean that I don't speak, because I still have some things still have to be addressed. Some things have to be said. And so we leave way too many things unsaid. And I think that, I love you is important, that we tell our loved ones that we love them. Thank you is something that I think is a lost cause. People just don't say thank you, please. But we have to get in a position where we are saying the things that need to be said, whatever that is. And I believe in saying it the right way, right? We should say things with love and compassion. We should pray before we talk. And then I think when things need to be said, we need to address them. I think take them to the page first. Let's just make sure we know what we want to say. We know our intentions are good. Our motives are clear. We've talked to God about it. Just making sure that I'm the right person to deliver the message. And also that the timing is right. But make sure that you are not leaving things unsaid. We are leaving way too many things unsaid. We're expecting people to read our minds, and it's never going to happen. We're going to continue to be disappointed, angry, upset, because we're not saying the things that we need to be said. And it's our fault, right? Nobody can speak for us. Nobody could know how we feel unless we speak it, unless we say it. And so we just have to get in a position where we're thinking about it. We're making sure we got some clarity. We know what it is that needs to be said. We make sure that we have the timing is right. Not perfect, but right, because sometimes the person is tired or angry or overwhelmed or frustrated already, then they can't receive what we're saying. So we got to make sure the timing is right. Then we got to make sure, we got to know what we want to say. We got to know, and we got to think about, what is the point? Like, some stuff we say, but it's not really what we want to say. We are, hiding it. We've got this, we're just not saying the things that need to be said. What happens is the root of what we need to say is something old. We're holding on something that happened a long time ago. But we got to think about, what is it? What's the point? What is it that we really want to say? And then, is there something beneath that? Because a lot of times there's layers, because we went so long and we haven't said anything. We've just did the niceties, we avoid conflict. We just don't want to deal with it. It's too hard, right? We don't know what the other person's going to say. We don't know how they're going to behave. But some things we have to say. We just have to say. And it's hazardous to our health that we don't. So just think about that today. What is it that you're leaving unsaid? And how can you say those things in the right way, at the right time, to the right person? And so we got to be careful about talking about what we need to say to other people. And I get it if you want to talk it out. I think taking to the page is important. Journaling, talking to God about it. If you want to talk to somebody else, I would just have one person, one trusted person that I talk to about everything. I wouldn't have a bunch of people that I'm going to talk about. It just makes things worse. It blows up a situation that was relatively small. But think about today, the things that you have left unsaid, and how can you say those things in the right way to the right people with the right attitude and the right motives right away. It's just something to be thinking about.